As the Prime Minister said, these documents, which are significant in number, could well touch on sensitive issues of intelligence, trade or relations with other countries. For example, we would not inadvertently want to release information about what our red lines are in trade agreements, about the peace negotiations and position on things like Ukraine, Middle East or Sudan, or on sensitive assessments made on our allies and with diplomatic conversations on our life depends. The point of the amendment is that we are trying to address that and to make that clear within the House, and we're trying to balance transparency with national security. And that is what the manuscript is doing. I will give way to the honourable gentleman, the right honourable gentleman behind, and then I'll give way.
Ben, I thank the Minister for giving way, and no disrespect to the Intelligence and Security Committee, but he will have heard the points of order from the member for Hayes and Harlington and myself earlier. I think we need to know that there is a timetable for this inquiry. We need to know that it is not going to rule out specifically commercial interests such as Palantir and not investigate them. And we need to know that it's also going to investigate the whole web of influence that Peter Mandelson had over so much in government, which has brought about this dreadful position where we end up appointing somebody who's a friend of a paedophile as the ambassador to Washington. Because there are many people looking at this debate today who will not be happy that Parliament merely shoves it off to a committee of its own when they think there should be a wider public interest inquiry into the whole affair.
Minister.
Thank you for that. Look, the police investigation will go wherever it needs to. It will cover any criminality or allegations thereof. That is the right way to do it, and nothing, I say, will be hidden in that fashion. With permission, Mr. Speaker, I am going to make some progress here because time is pushing. I will give way in a second. Time is pushing now. So let me come to the manuscript amendment. So we will agree with the ISC how they're going to work with us and scrutinise it, and I welcome the commitment made earlier on. As the Paymaster General set out earlier, the process for deciding what falls in scope will be led by the Cabinet Secretary, supported by Cabinet Office lawyers working with the ISC. The Cabinet Secretary will take independent advice on the decision he's taking, and it will take two forms. First, through independent KCs. Secondly, through scrutiny of the approach he's taking, working directly hand in hand with the ISC. Now, the Cabinet Secretary will write to the ISC setting out that process. He will meet with them regularly to ensure they are content with it, and in line with the manuscript amendment, papers determined to be prejudicial to national security or international relations will be referred, let me finish please, will be referred to the ISC. The ISC are independent, they are rigorous, they are highly respected, they will then decide what to do with the material that is sent to them. I'm going to give way to the honourable lady.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my honourable friend for giving way. Just for further clarity, the concern I think people have is that there will be a decision made by the government in the form of the Cabinet Secretary about what is referred to the ISC. What we are keen to know is that the bulk of the documents will be in the hands of the ISC, and they can make the decision about what needs to be kept private and what should be made public. Can the Minister clarify that the ISC will have control over what needs to be kept private and what can be made public?
So the release of information will be done in the way I just set out, either through the Cabinet Secretary working with independent lawyers about what work, or if material is deemed to be potentially conflicted with national security or foreign relations, it will be handed to the ISC, who are independent and can make decisions. And to the point the honourable member made earlier, this is the really crucial point I want to make. There will not be political involvement from ministers. There will not be political involvement from Number 10 in this process. This is the Cabinet Secretary and the ISC working with lawyers on it. I will give way one more time, and then I'll sit the gentleman behind.
I thank the Minister for giving way, but I really must push him because he is giving conflicting messages here. At one stage, he said that the direct contract award would be in scope of the committee. He has now said, without committing any timescales, he has now said that the scope of of the releasing of documents is now a matter for the Cabinet Secretary with no political involvement. He has stood at this dispatch box as the political minister to say that that direct contract award would be in scope. Will it be or not?
Any correspondence involving Peter Mandelson in this is within scope. That will be looked at, as I say, by the Cabinet Secretary, who will make decisions based on with independent lawyers and working with the ISC on it. I'm going to give way one more time to the honourable gentleman.
Quick twig.
Yeah, can I thank the honourable gentleman, my honourable friend. Can I give assurance that we're very confident in the ISC that we can do an effective job on this? And I think it's worth pointing out, we cannot be told what we cannot publish. That will be a matter and decision for us to do so. But can I also ask for an assurance following on what he's just said, is that there will be no block whatsoever on documents that the ISC should be getting?
Yes, I can confirm that, and can I thank him for he has huge expertise in this, and I can confirm that, and we will work with the ISC on this. I'm not going to give away any more. There are 4 or 5 minutes to go. I will make some progress if that's okay. Mr. Speaker, as the Prime Minister also mentioned today, there will also have to be discussions with the Metropolitan Police over material. The Metropolitan Police have issued a statement today around material that will be released, so I just want to confirm to the House the material will not be released today because of the conversation with the Metropolitan Police over that, but it will be released as quickly as possible in line with the process set out before the House. I will give way, because I said I would earlier, to her.
I thank the Minister. He has set out the difference between national security matters and issues which may be embarrassing to the government, because, let's face it, practically anything could damage international relations with Donald Trump. Who knows what he's going to take offence at. But the process he has just outlined implies that the Cabinet Secretary has to scrutinise every bit of information before deciding whether it gets released or whether it gets to the ISC. How long is that going to take? Will he give us assurance of the volume of material he anticipates sending to the ISC and the timetable? What will be the deadline for releasing that material, either into the public domain or to the ISC?
As I say, the timeline will be as soon as possible. We want to get on with this. There is a lot of material here to go through. We will get through this as quickly as possible. Other humble addresses have taken a number of weeks or months. We will want to be as quick as possible, and we will work with the ISC as soon as we can on this to get it progressing. And I hope she welcomes the spirit we take on. I just want to deal with 2 more points. As I said, there'll be no more, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. I need to see 2 more points on the public inquiry, which a number of members mentioned. As I say, there is an ongoing police inquiry that has the freedom to go where it wants, and the cooperation of everyone in government. We believe that, along with the process we have set out, is the right way to, because I will not give away any more. I will not give away any more. Actually, I'll give away once. Go on.
Annalise Midgley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Can the Minister just clarify clearly that the documentation will go to the ISC and they will be the decision makers in terms of what is a risk to national security and international relations and should be in the public domain, and not the Cabinet Secretary?
Let me try one more time. It will be either made public by the Cabinet Secretary, or it will go to the ISC, and they will have a decision for it to be made through there, and it will be done with the independence, resources, and Mr. Speaker, no, I'm writing up now. Mr. Speaker, it is absolutely right for the House to have debated this incredibly important issue today, and in the spirit it has. And I do want to thank honourable members and right honourable members for that. As I said, the lies, venality and treachery of Mandelson shame this House. And I and the Prime Minister, and I know honourable members all around me, have nothing but contempt for the way he acted and lied to the British people. I'm glad this will now be shown to the British people. I share the anger, the disgust of so many other members of this House. And, Mr. Speaker, we will comply with this motion, the amended motion. We will update the House on progress with that. And with that in mind, Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the manuscript amendment in the name of the Prime Minister.
The question is that Amendment A be made, since when an amendment to the amendment has been proposed as follows: that amendment at the end of the Amendment A, and which shall instead be referred to the Intelligence and Security Committee of Parliament. The question is the amendment be made, and proposed amendment be made. As many of that opinion, say aye. Aye! Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Right. The question is that Amendment A, as amended, be made. As many of that opinion, say aye. Aye! Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. The question is that the motion, as amended, to be agreed to, as many of that opinion say aye. Aye! Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it. Right.